I know for me when I was getting started out, it's like, it's hard to know when to start charging, or like, you know, because it's like you want to do free work to be able to kind of grow your network and that kind of thing. But really, honestly, the point that you can start charging money for your project is the point that that project is bringing value to that person or business. So like what JC said, if they have they want this video for a trade show to sell their widgets for $150 each, and having a video would help them sell, 20 more. I mean, sometimes that's hard to gauge, but you can make a conservative guesstimate, of like, maybe it's 10. And that means, they're going to bring in, that much money. That'd be like 1,500 of those things. So that means that's how much money they're going to get. So then what percentage of that would they be willing to spend to make a video to help them do that? Just kind of thinking in those terms. So even if it's smaller level, like say, they could maybe land one person at, $150 in the first year, then that means, yeah, totally, they should be willing to spend $150 for the video, because ultimately that video will have a longer lifespan and probably will bring in more than 2 people. And, just kind of thinking of it in terms of like value, it doesn't really matter in one sense how much time you put into it. It's how much value that they get from the video. But that's kind of,
yeah, a starting place is helpful to go off at the time you take. Like you need to at least
you need to at least not go below that. yeah. If you can, obviously, again, then there's the free work side. So the other aspect to this is like, sometimes I know for me, it's helpful to kind of know like what the steps are then to go like from, okay, I'm not charging anything, and like, how do I end up getting to a place where I can charge things? And the only thing I can say is what's worked for us and like when we got started, but is like, basically we started, doing work for free until people saw that and they really liked it. And just, if you can really do a really good job at each time you make something, then say you do something for a guy in your church, or for your church for that matter, then chances are you have other business people that go to your church that will see that video. So then maybe you can network, talk with them, and then maybe you'll end up getting, say there's like, 3 people in your church that are business people, maybe one of them will have you do a video, and maybe you're doing it for free even. Or maybe they're just paying expenses, and then that person will probably have at least 5 to 10 business owners that they know. And you can ask them to refer you to other people, and maybe 1, maybe 2 of those people would be interested in a video, and it just kind of grows from there. And then each time you can try to kind of up your game, starting out, like JC said, just charging for expenses. At least you're not out anything, and you can like rent actual pretty nice gear for fairly inexpensive overall, and then you're just charging that to them, so you don't have to necessarily have the upfront cost of like buying all this gear. And then you just keep knocking it out of the park, and then the more that you do it, the more people will see it and then want you to do the same thing for them. Or sometimes you can do a strategic free project where we did some work for our police department recently. We had a really fun time doing that, but we started out, we didn't have any connection with them whatsoever, but we made a mini doc for like the road reel competition. And so we just went to them and asked if we could make this short, kind of basically a promotional piece for them, mini doc kind of about the police department. And so they were fine with us doing it. They let us like follow them around for a few days. And then when they saw that, they really liked it. And then they started talking to us about doing work and stuff like that, which was actual paying